Aditi, as I was saying, this is a big test. This is a very big test for the Bharatiya Janata Party's stated and express commitment towards building the party from Panchayat to Parliament. And that's what we're going to discuss. But let me first go across to Iknoor on this, because she finds herself outside the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. Iknoor deserted there. All behind you, completely deserted. Is this by design? Because the last time when the Punjab result was being counted, there were fireworks and disco music playing in the initial stages. Today it's all very muted. It is because of the Sukma unfortunate tragedy, or is it really because the Aam Aadmi Party thinks that there is nothing really to celebrate about?
Well, yes, indeed, I'm outside Arvind Kejriwal's house, and the scenario was very different before the Punjab polls. There were decoration that was done on this entire road leading to the Chief Minister's house. There was loud music. There were a lot of volunteers who had gathered outside Arvind Kejriwal's house. Though, of course, celebrations across the capital will be extremely muted today in light of the Sukma tragedy. However, even the volunteers are not present at Arvind Kejriwal's house today, which is something that is very commonly seen during any election for the Aam Aadmi Party, but none of that is in place today. So clearly the Aam Aadmi Party is also on the back foot today. They are prepared for a loss of sorts, though whether they are expecting to lose massive numbers is something that we'll have to wait and watch. But the Aam Aadmi Party is definitely not confident. We cannot call them confident at this point of time. Their leaders have told us, we've spoken to several people within the Aam Aadmi Party, they're not looking at winning the MCD polls, and that is a big
Well, I'll tell you why.
loss.
We'll tell you why now. Why is it that the Aam Aadmi Party is not feeling confident? We've been putting out graphics from the morning. Jay Mrug is also with me, the in-house cephalogist. Jay, good morning to you. Good morning. This is an important election, whichever way you look at it. This is an election really to determine if there are going to be third alternatives to both the Congress and the BJP in various states. BJP has made it its express stated purpose that they're going to rule from Panchayat to Parliament. Their prestige, their intent on the line. But on the other side, Aam Aadmi Party, well, first leads coming out from South Delhi, going to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Let's be very clear. Things can change continually. Leads, trends, change hands. Jay, you are a cephalogist. You know that it depends on really which boxes and which ballots are being counted from which ward and how quickly.
Yeah, so actually what happens is first they used to count the postal ballots. Here we don't have a lot of postal ballots, but booth by booth, the scenario keeps changing. However, these wards are pretty small, so about 9 o'clock the leads we see should be more or less final.
More or less final. But let's just look at the reasons why perhaps Kejriwal is suffering. He is suffering because, and we're going to play a soundbite, because it's reflective of the last 3 years that the Arvind Kejriwal government has positioned itself as a victim of circumstance, victim of politics, victims of witch hunts, all led by the centre, all led by the Lieutenant Governor. In fact, it became fashionable to pun on the word Jung constantly, because Najib Jung was the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. And I want to come out to you today and this morning, Mr. Balakrishnan. It's not going to look very pretty for the Aam Aadmi Party. There's a lot of pollution in the air in Delhi. Most of it has been caused by statements that have been made by Arvind Kejriwal. I'm saying this with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek.
See, Rahul, now it's going to be all the more difficult for Aam Aadmi Party to perform in Delhi, because they are going to be sandwiched between the centre and the MCD. So
was Sheila Dikshit, sir.
I know.
So was Sheila Dikshit.
See, but the
she did a fantastic job for 15 years, but even then the people voted her out.
I know, but the problem is, what Arvind has done is, he had catered to the lower middle class more rather than the middle class and the upper middle class.
Is that a problem?
It's not it's a problem, actually. He has to look at the, the work that he has done, and like, for example, CCTV, for Wi-Fi, and the commando security and all those things.
Let's not dance around the subject. The basic fact of the matter is that the scams have hit him. His integrity is at a base low. And I can tell you, we have with us Jay. Jay will tell us when we conducted that opinion survey, and I'm going to bring in Aditi on this, and I'm going to bring in